Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we are going to be doing our fourth episode of Morning Sip, where I kind of give you my thoughts on current situation with the game. We're going to be talking today about the amount of limited units that there are. We're also going to be talking about Velne and some of the stuff going on this week, what I got happening, what October is looking like for me, what games are coming out that I'm really excited for. Because this is kind of my place in my video to talk a little bit about that stuff. So let's go ahead and dig in. Let's first start with the amount of limited units currently that are going on in global and kind of weigh in on that. I've been getting a lot of people who are like, oh, there's so many limited units. It feels like every single week is a new limited unit. And there's a reason for that, and it is interesting to look at when you look at kind of the unit release schedule and what's been going on. So let's talk about that for a little bit. You know, traditionally I did a video like this previously, and we found that about 50% of units that came out were limited, and that was probably about 6 months ago. So I started my count from Black Rose Helena. So since Black Rose Helena, 20 units have come out. 11 of them are limited. 1 of them was given for free. 5 out of the 20 were given to the players. So Lemuria and Corwell were given. And then 3 others were through Select Quest. So you have 10 limited time banner units compared to 5 non-limited banner units. Only 2 of those units were 100 cost. So a lot of people looking at this are going to say, well, that's obviously not 50-50, right? Like it was before. And I actually think it is better than it was before. Previously, we would have had, you know, 10 limited time banner units compared to 10 non-limited banner units. And what we would get is we would get a lot of dead time. A lot of banners people wouldn't pull on. A lot of banners people weren't excited for. And I think that key word is excited, right? People are significantly more excited for limited time units than they are for non-limited units. And, you know, it doesn't matter what collaboration you're waiting for, what you're kind of into or whatnot, you're going to be very excited for a limited time unit if it's a unit you want. Kind of like Elena. And, you know, it's going to... A lot of times the excitement is going to outweigh the negatives. And I think it's interesting, and I think you'll see kind of a broad spectrum of players across the community talking about this, because you see things like people upset about limited units for different reasons, and they will completely contradict themselves. They will say, you know, I'm really excited for Elena to come out, but I'm scared she's going to be Dwayne 2.0. And then that same person may be, I'm super excited that Golbez is coming out, even though Golbez is literally Black Rose Helena 2.0, right? So like they're worried about Elena being Dwayne 2.0. They're not worried about Golbez being Black Rose Helena 2.0. So there's a lot of like, you know, because they're excited for Golbez, right? So there's just a lot of interesting feelings, I think, that come up when you talk about limited compared to non-limited. I can't tell you the last time someone told me they were excited for a non-limited unit to release. I literally think, gosh, can you even name the 5 non-limited units that released? We had Velric, and I think that's the one I was probably most excited for. We had Valentine Salier. This is hard. It's actually hard. Hold on. Velric, Valentine Salier. Who are the other 3? There's 3 more URs that came out that I can't remember the names of right now. Was it an Earth UR? Was it a Wind UR? Yeah, I literally can't remember. I literally cannot remember. Oh, hold on. Double cost. Okay. So, okay, but wait, what? So... Glaciella was one of them, the double cost Glaciella, dress up Glaciella. The other 2, God, y'all are gonna be commenting in chat. We're gonna cheat real quick. We're gonna go look at WoTV calc. I had WoTV calc sorted by release date because I was counting. So the other non-limited Charlotte, of course, Charlotte came out. That was a big deal. And more. I have both of those units, Charlotte and more. Okay. So like, I would say there was some excitement for Charlotte. There was, but then people were like, well, why would I get Charlotte if Gilles Zazan's here? Right? And so I feel like Charlotte never got like the spotlight that she was supposed to get, that she got over on the JP side. So I would say the hype for limited time units is part of what makes the game really fun, a little bit more engaging, even if you're not going to pull on that unit, or even if, you know, it's a unit that you're really excited for, or you're hoarding your Visior for. And I think the important thing to realize here is that we've been given more units than we have ever been given in terms of UR units. And they're pretty good units. Like Camillo's a good unit. You know, they're not terrible. Lemure, incredible unit, right? So it's one of those situations where it's like, people are complaining, but it's the same percentage of limited time units versus non-limited. What's overwhelming is the amount of units that are getting EX'd, I think, that were limited. I think that's putting pressure on people. But for the most part, the amount of units that are still releasing in GL are the same percentage as they have always been. The only difference is we're literally being given some of the non-limited UR units. So I think, you know, you could kind of take either side on the argument. But I do think that Gumi is not like inundating us with limited time units right now. It might feel that way because all the banners are limited time, but that's just because they're not releasing like the other non-limited units. They're literally just giving us those units. So compared to what they did back when the game was like beginning and stuff. Let's talk about Velne. I'm not too excited for Velne. She is a unit that is a little bit underwhelming to me. She has really high critical hit rate. She has some really cool support abilities, but she's just one of those units who is kind of letting me down when I look at her. You know, she's supposed to be a critical hit rate unit, right? Her passive is accuracy plus 30 after she critical hits. And what you see is she only has 228 dexterity. She has 57 agility. She has no magic resistance. In fact, she's weak to magic. She gets attack plus 40%, agility plus 20%, and pierce attack plus 15 passive. That's pretty exciting. But I don't think we're going to be switching it up to lightning pierce anytime soon to kind of support Velne. And I feel like what Camillo brought versus what Velne is bringing is not nearly as good, right? I feel like Velne, like, when's the last time you've ever desperately needed to use a limb on Dragoon, right? A lot of the times 9S is a spear user and he is utilized for his buffs and not necessarily his spear attacks, right? So I'm not sure about Velne. Velne will be able to equip, I think it's Cruel Oath. Cruel Oath is the spear with lightning attack plus 35 on it. So she will be able to equip that from the Near Automata event. And maybe that will make her a little bit more worth it in like a lightning composition. Maybe she'll do some, like, maybe I am just completely discounting her, right? Maybe she's going to pair really well with Cloud, and you know, she's going to be like a crit damage monster, and you're going to run like Cloud and Velne, and you're going to sub her Lancer and get all the crits in the world, and nobody has pierce resistance yet, so all the units are going to die. I don't think that's going to happen though. You may see her used in class match a little bit, but I'm really just not that stoked for her. I think Camillo brought a lot more, especially with his magic resilience, with his sub pugilist. You know, Velne notably does have sub monk, but sub monk is nothing compared to sub pugilist. Like pugilist, like it's literally like pugilist is what monks become, right? Like there's monk and then there's the upgraded pugilist, and she has monk sub. She doesn't have pugilist sub. She does have the status ailment heal though, which is pretty interesting. So she will be able to heal purify status ailments on allies, which is pretty cool. But other than that, she's not, you know, she's kind of a letdown. She's not, she's going to be a mastery ability unit to level, and maybe I'll have some fun for her. Maybe I'm discounting her a little bit too early. Maybe I need to give her a little bit more of a chance, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it happen. I don't think her kit has it in it to pull it off, or we're gonna need something else or another type of unit to kind of work really well with her. Gosh, okay, well, what do we got going on this week? What am I doing? So transitioning away from WoTV to talk about what I'm doing on WoTV. We're working on a tower guide. So I'm making my tower guide literally after I film this video, and I'll probably be making it all day up until I start streaming. Well, probably not. I'll probably finish it before the afternoon, later today, and I'll probably upload it for my 4:30 p.m. video. But we're going to talk a lot about, like, there's so many new players that don't know about tower that I really want to make sure I explain tower to them, because there's a lot of people who are like, what's tower? Why should I do it? And I'm also kind of excited for this tower because it's different. Like, this tower to me feels like it's a tower to be a tower, not like a tower to get a piece of gear, not a tower to, you know, like, it's just a tower for the sake of like PvE content almost. And I really like that because tower is my favorite content. Love making guides for it. I'm gonna have a lot of fun, and I'm just pretty stoked for it to come out. I'm probably gonna do like a mega stream on Wednesday, and I'm probably going to do all 20 floors of tower and the lightning select quest Wednesday night and get it all done at once. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm excited to use shoot cell EX in the lightning select quest. I'm excited for the challenge, right? I want that challenge. I want that, you know, to go into, you know, maybe we'll try and do an MR only run for this upcoming tower because it's only 20 floors. And I think I could probably pull off an MR only run. We are going to try it. We are going to try an MR only run. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Anyway, I don't think anybody's going to get this far into the video. If you did, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day.